You may be listening to this through my podcast, or you may be looking at this video. There is something terribly wrong with my iPhone, and it looks like the camera is permanently foggy. C'est la vie. It is not a filter, it is my broken camera. I'm sipping a cup of chicken noodle soup, and there is something just delectable about hot chicken soup. It's almost ASMR-ish, isn't it? It's comforting, it's reassuring, it's grounding, it gives pause. Perhaps the world would be a saner place if we all regularly stopped and had hot soup. You've asked me to put on my podcast my talks, so I'm going to do so, or I'm in the process of doing so. This is a talk about sanity, an exploration of sanity. And as per usual, I do hope to have your interesting comments, especially yours, Larry. And there are several of you that give me the most interesting comments, and I read them and I love them. They add to my life. It's important for us to be mindful that when any content creator creates content, there's nothing special about them. They're not necessarily an expert. They've just chosen to use an iPhone to record themselves. I thoroughly enjoy any banter, any debate on my content. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Be mindful also that I am doing online counselling. I've had quite a few people ask me about this lately, and I've been quite busy, so I am still doing online counselling. I just watched a video produced by Adyashanti, and I really like Adyashanti. He is a spiritual person who goes by the name Adyashanti, and I do enjoy his work. He talks about meditation being a demonstration of sanity. And I thought about that. And on the one hand, I really like that rhetoric that I'm talking to you and I'm looking at mountains. I've just got to show you. If you can see them with my foggy camera. It is just beautiful, beautiful. What was I talking about? Adyashanti. And sanity is the demonstration, meditation is the demonstration of sanity. I looked up the definition of sanity, and sanity is having a healthy state of mind, having the ability to think and behave in a rational manner. I just love that. Just those words, and there are so many comments I could receive about that. Let's say that again. Sanity is the ability to think and behave in a rational manner. I do agree that meditation is the demonstration of sanity. That's not to say that everyone who meditates is sane, but meditation is a practice which can help support our sanity, our clear thinking, our rational thinking. One of the perspectives I thought was interesting, and again I agree with Adyashanti, is that in order to succeed in life, we need to achieve, we need to win in a way, we need to set goals and achieve these goals. We need to be different to the pack, and we need to be different to the herd. We need to see things differently. In order to lead, in order to create, in order to be an artist, we need to do things differently. If we do things differently, we are seen by the herd as different. If we are seen as different, are we rational? What is the definition of rational, to think clearly. What is the definition of thinking clearly? And of course we can look at philosophy there and be logical in our thoughts. But I do think in order to succeed, there needs to be a degree of insanity. And I also wonder whether artists have a degree of insanity, or artists, creators have a degree of thinking outside the square. And if you're going to think outside of the square, or you're going to go beyond your comfort zone, are you truly sane? And do we want full sanity in life? Who was it that invented the light bulb again? What was his name? I can't think of it right now, and I've used this story so many times. But he was literally told he was insane. And then after whatever it was, 1,200 attempts, he created the light bulb. You may want to correct or change that story in the comments below. But it's interesting when you look at some of the true leaders, and I'm not saying that someone who leads is necessarily good or has good intentions, but somebody who leads goes outside the box. Can we definitively say they are sane? So the word sanity is a word we can play with and explore and unpack and have some fun with. I love having fun with words. I love to deliberately take the opposite point of view. Oh my giddy aunt, this soup is so good, so good, so good. I love it. It brings me so much joy. Life can be totally and then you can have a cup of soup and it's like Do you find that? I like what Adyashanti says, coming back to his point of view after contesting it, that mindfulness or meditation is the practice of sanity or the demonstration of sanity. When we meditate, we have the potential to think clearly and give us the capacity to unpack thought in an ethical and reasonable way. When we lack the ability to be mindful, we are more likely to have racing thoughts, ruminate, be reactive, be driven by, oh, now I can see a lizard. It is so hard to concentrate because the views are so beautiful. Adrian was saying to me at the bedroom, he'll be staring out the window and he'll say, I almost forget to go to work because the views are so beautiful. It's like you walk around the house and go, oh, and then 10 minutes has gone by. It's just so amazing. Coming back to meditation. Meditation gives us the ability to mindfully pause so that we can develop perspective. And the development of perspective, the ability to have a global view, to see things and to prioritize life in a reasonable way, this comes from wisdom, and meditation can give us that pause to go, hang on, that's not necessarily the right path. This is a better path for me at this time. Otherwise, we can tend to go with adrenaline or cortisol and react. And our animal instinct is to react rather than respond. When we respond with thought, with quiet, with solace, we're more likely to make reasonable decisions, such as sanity. I think, to be honest, we need a little bit of both. We need a little bit of the sanity we find in pregnant pause and mindfulness, and then we need a little bit of insanity so we try new things, take reasonable risks and see the world in a different way. I think I'd like to think that I am both sane and insane. And of course, with mental health, we go through a spectrum throughout our life. So Having compromised mental health is like having a cold. A cold is a demonstration of physical ill health, and as spiritual and conscious beings, our mental health fluctuates through a range of experiences, and that's okay as well. Mental health used to be quite a dirty word, and now I wonder whether at times it's overused, because mental health, we have our conscious self, and our conscious self works through a number of experiences where we may work through adversity, we may work through triggers. What is our mental health? Is it even something which is real? We have our conscious health, we have our physical health, we have our ability to face life, be resilient, work through grief, accept the moment, take responsibility, and this is our mental health. Is it so simple to say we have compromised mental health because we're so many colours? We're so many beautiful colours like a crystal. So to say our mental health is suffering, well, one colour in the myriad of colours that we are may be a little bit dark on that day. We are so much more than any one colour. Oh my giddy aunt. I just love that. I remember I was reading an Australian story, and the writer, I think it was Kathy Lett, coined the phrase, I think she coined the phrase, my giddy aunt, instead of, oh my God. And I just love it. Oh my giddy aunt. It's just so appropriate in life, isn't it? Anyway, I wanted to touch base with you. I thought I would explore the notion of sanity. Is sanity a thing? Is insanity a thing? Is mental health a label we can name ourselves with? Are we just on a spectrum of mental health and never truly mentally well or mentally ill? And where is the line? And do we truly want to be mentally well? And what is mental wellness or mental health? Is it the right approach to attempt at times to just be a little insane in our journey of life? And sometimes it requires a little bit of insanity to shake up the world and see the world differently. Perhaps having hope requires a little bit of insanity so that we try something that's never been tried before. Perhaps. What do you think? Thank you so much for listening to my content. I'll have another piece up by the end of today. I'd love any requests. I'm trying to create one piece every 2 days. So I love your comments. Thank you for your comments. I recently did a short, and in that short, I used phrases that an ex-partner used towards me, unkind phrases. And I got so many comments about it. It's interesting how people took it so personally, which I think is cool. I love the discussion. I love the debate. Oh my goodness, I love the banter. But it was interesting. I very, very rarely, in my short form and long form content, use personal experience because it's personal. But I found this interesting that this short created so much conversation, and I love that. I think no matter what we go through in life, we need to maintain the ability to look down upon our experience and laugh at it, cry about it, give up being serious, be sensitive, be light-hearted, all at once. Yes, let's be a little bit insane. I feel a little bit insane looking at this view because it's so beautiful. I feel like it's beyond reality. I'm going to show you one more time. I don't know if you can truly see it, but I do put it on a lot of my content. Send me through your requests. I hope you're sleeping well. I hope that your health is strong. I hope that you're enjoying your moment, because any moment could be our last, and that is to be celebrated rather than dreaded. The fact we have this moment is just awesome, this view. And what do you think about sanity versus insanity? Is sanity and insanity an actual thing, or is it all fantasy? Now I can see beautiful birds. I'm so lucky. Speak soon.